Buonasera. Buonasera. Vedi, aspetta un attimo. Niente, stasera è un disastro. Dicevo, bentornati su Genshin Impact. Finalmente, aggiungerei, perché dopo la run di Baldur's Gate siamo in ritardissimo per quello che dovrebbe essere la nostra avventura su Fontaine, perciò io mi dirigerei il prima possibile al nostro prologo per la nuova regione. Allora, io ho già fatto un giro per Fontaine, più che altro per fare i vari eventi. Devo dire che non sono particolarmente contento della nuova regione. La meccanica del nuoto. Insomma. Però vedremo. Sì, vero. È stato un anno fa, quasi un anno fa ormai. Buono. Sì, però insomma, di solito portiamo cattive notizie noi, quindi meglio se ci leviamo dalle palle. Ciao. Forse sì, forse hai ragione tu. In effetti. Però è vero, potrebbe anche essere Paimon, che in realtà sarebbe anche correlato alla teoria che abbiamo sul fatto che lei è in realtà il cattivone finale. Sarebbe frizzante questa cosa, eh? Ci sta. Prossima fermata, Fontaine, finalmente. Ciao, Dia.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
Stiamo un po' a cazzeggiare in giro, Paimon e te, eh? Un bel po', aggiungerei.
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Ok.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
È il momento di esplorare la nuova regione.
Huh?
Cazzo,
You
guardi.
serious? Can't say I saw that coming.
Già abbiamo rogne.
But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
In effetti.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity.
Oh.
I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
No, dai, non fare così.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't
Tranquilla,
handle.
ce l'ho già esplorata
So,
buona parte.
When are you leaving?
Tipo il prima possibile.
Wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list, Paimon?
Ma scusa. Ah.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
She'll know from our dreams anyway.
Good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now.
Sì. Ma sì, ma ci rivediamo, non ti preoccupare.
Whether as a client or
Ci
a
saranno
friend,
eventi,
you're
cose,
always welcome to
situazioni.
come find me.
Arrivederci, Dia.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye,
Ah, ci teletrasporta lui proprio qua direttamente? Ok, va bene. Allora, io devo prendere Kasua e utilizzare questo, perché altrimenti non ci si arriva a quel porto. Come l'ho scoperto? Perché la prima volta ho provato a farlo senza l'oggettino magico e tipo sono morto arrivando a 20 centimetri dalla costa. Mi sono incazzato non poco perché chiaramente il gioco ti fa respawnare da lì dietro, che non è per niente divertente. E quindi niente, che dire. Fortunatamente, da ora in poi, non so se solamente in Fontaine, credo di sì. Dovrei provare effettivamente, non so se la meccanica di navigazione subacquea di Sumero funziona anche di Fontaine funziona anche al di fuori della regione. È una cosa che dovrei controllare. Perché se non dubito seriamente, perché questo vorrebbe dire dover popolare l'intera Teyvat di creature e oggetti sott'acqua, mi sembra davvero poco realistica come speranza. Però, e dico però, non è detto che magari non si possa. Non lo so, vedremo. Posso buttarmi giù, Assai. Ed eccoci.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines!
Molto carino.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do! What do you think?
Andiamo a conoscere l'Archon. Cioè, noi ci presentiamo così, tranquilli. Noi siamo dritti, vogliamo vedere l'Archon. È un problema? Mi dispiace. Sì. Il nostro obiettivo è trovare il nostro fratello e anche la verità. Già.
So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality.
Questa frase si adatta a tutti gli Archon che abbiamo incontrato finora. Cioè, ognuno di essi ha una personalità un po' particolare.
There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Salve, cosa potete dirci della vostra divinità locale?
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Roba
Excuse
triste.
me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you
Oh,
standing here
chi
listening.
vedo qui? Chi vedono i miei occhi da elfo?
We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Ah, quindi è questo
Well, good tales are
il...
often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives.
Ah, ok.
Whether something is true or not,
Questo è il tema di
simply isn't that
Fontaine,
important. The main thing is whether
processi.
the story being acted out on the stage
Cioè, più che
is
processi già lo
splendid enough.
sapevo. E il fatto che loro lo vivano come uno spettacolo. Ok.
You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese.
Minchia,
More
perfetto.
commonly known as just the Opera House.
Infatti, quindi vedono i processi come un'opera.
Shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases.
Si vede che Paimon non ha mai giocato a Phoenix Wright, eh? Si vede, è proprio chiarissimo, perché Phoenix Wright è tutto un processo ed è tutta una storia da raccontare.
worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette.
Neuvillette, che dovrebbe essere uno dei personaggi che arriveranno a breve.
A machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Quindi questa è la nazione della giustizia.
Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance.
Mi sembra una buona idea.
Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Furina è il nome
I think
dell'Archon?
what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally.
Ah, ecco.
In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Huh.
Vedo male,
Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No, Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs.
C'è
The
un
reason it's
idroloculo.
difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
Ah,
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
sì, in effetti è la prima Archon popolare, tipo.
Paimon gets now. The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Sì.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on.
Wow, davvero?
This is still
Se
Fontaine's
stiamo parlando di una
Archon we're
divinità?
talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Perfetto.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Quindi praticamente la considerano una celebrità, ma non è riverita come una divinità.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey!
Sì.
What are you looking over there for?
C'è una ragazza lì.
Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Spero di no. A parte che, vabbè,
Maybe we
è
better
alta
go
così,
check on
tipo
her.
l'acqua, quindi non credo che sarebbe un problema anche volendo. Scusa, quanto è profonda l'acqua? Vabbè che siamo nel porto, quindi in teoria dovrebbe essere abbastanza profonda. Però comunque c'è il gradino, quindi da questa parte non possiamo... Ok, no, confermato, solo in alcune zone di Fontaine si può navigare sott'acqua. Claro.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
In Sumeru?
You're pointing at the sea.
Ah.
Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Ah, ok.
No, people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged.
Oh
We
no.
would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, The water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Oh.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Era letterale questa frase?
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
Dimmi che ti chiami
Thanks for
Leon.
looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our
Leon e
childhood,
Lynette sarebbe
that's all.
fantastico.
There's no need for any concern. Allow me to
Liney,
introduce
okay.
myself. I'm Linny, and
Linny.
this is my sister
Linny?
Lynette.
Linny e
If I
Lynette,
had to
ok.
guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Precisamente.
You. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Ah.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking to you.
Che fai? Prendi per il culo? Because you're still my lie, no?
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Perfetto. Io voglio capire se lui ha tipo la stellina sulla
Seems
guancia
you were
destra
right,
come lei ce l'ha sulla
Paimon.
sinistra.
We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Tipo?
Where to begin?
Credo che dovresti darci un po'. Ah sì, lui ha la lacrimuccia. È stato in carcere, ha ammazzato qualcuno.
Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
No?
All the introductions
Infatti,
not count?
mi sembrava... No?
Hello, traveler.
Ciao. Piacere di conoscerti.
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Alright then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local
Aspetta, ma l'ha fatto solo con uno dei due? Cioè a noi ci ha stretto la mano e a lei tipo gli ha toccato le chiappe? Quindi chi è l'amico dei due? Ci ha inculato qualcosa, Lini?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact,
hai
I
messo
was
le mani in
planning to
tasca,
go to the
signorino?
opera house later myself.
Guarda che io li
I'll
conosco
gladly
quelli come
take
te,
you once
eh?
I finish things here. Please follow me.
Un po' sus il signorino. Non me la racconta giusto. No, però devi andare veloce, fra. Ti prego. Ti prego, no. Dai. Dai, non puoi fare così. Dai. Dai, forza. Ok.
You said you were going
le
to see
guardie.
Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Scusami. Oh, questa sarà una nuova 4 stelle. È la 4 stelle supporto di Furina, vero? Come Kujo Sara. Quindi noi becchiamo l'Arcon così, tipo 20 minuti dopo essere neanche 20 minuti dopo essere arrivati qua? Ah, faccelo cazzo.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
Lei è la tipa di No Game No Lie. Cioè, è lei!
Two unfamiliar
È
travelers
lei!
have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Aspetta. Guarda qua. Uguali. 2 gocce d'acqua. Non lo troverò mai. È possibile. A parte che non la trova neanche più. Però guarda che somiglia davvero a lei,
Is she talking about us?
Somiglia davvero a lei. Non lo so, ma secondo me un po' ce l'ha, Ops. Quindi no. Ce l'ha proprio con noi, a quanto pare.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No,
Io?
I have come to
Ma com'è ce
receive
l'hai?
you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest
Minchia.
assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course,
Minchia, la signorina...
seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold
Italiana
my
veronese,
power and
grazie mille per il
witness my
follow.
authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the
Focalor.
nation of Hydro
Non avevano la
and
C con il
acknowledge the
cosino sotto.
value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Ok, trovarla è stata facile. Il problema è che cazzo vuole da noi, che non ho capito.
Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
Beh, sì, siamo stati qui 20 minuti neanche.
The Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided
l'occhio?
into the mediocre and
Ma
the
gli occhi?
excellent. I
Ah,
suppose it's
sono due
only
tipologie
natural
di
for you
divinità.
to be awestruck by my abilities.
Che
You
sarebbero?
had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a
Pezzo di
flip
merda, è
of
stato
my
lui.
finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can get over herself. Fa un po' la sbruffona, però non mi sta dispiacendo per
What's
ora.
with these looks?
Barbara mi aveva
Perhaps
detto che era un dito in
the
culo lei,
welcoming
però...
still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Vai, Paimon,
Oh,
tocca a te.
I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina?
Sono già famoso?
Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those
In effetti ha
stories are about.
senso, Abbiamo
Lady Farina came
aperto
here
in
to personally see her.
quattro
Oh,
diversi
I bet this is
continenti,
gonna be the
quindi...
duel of the century.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
Ok.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just
sì?
as you were hoping to see.
Ah, quindi il momento degli schiaffi?
Fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Combattere divinità, aggiunge al curriculum, dai. Tanto ormai siamo già a 4 che abbiamo scannato, Quindi, beh, tecnicamente con Rex Lapis non abbiamo mai avuto un combattimento vero e proprio. E anche contro...
Are you not afraid?
No,
Might I remind you that this is a
contro 20 no,
duel
mi sa.
against the
Però abbiamo
divine.
combattuto Storm Terror, quindi.
Provoking a god in front of her people?
E io? Che ho fatto?
Stand down, Clorinde. I
Clorinde,
admire
ok.
her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake
Sei
their
cagata il
thirst for
caghetta, eh.
excitement.
Sei cagata, guarda come sei cagata.
Yeah, she's right.
Pussi?
The duel wouldn't be all that
Qualcuno ha
interesting.
pussi qui?
On Aranias,
Sento degli pussi?
criminals are always
Fighetta?
requesting duels
Come ci
to
caga?
defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Zia, c'ho
Right.
la laurea honoris causa in legge dopo tutti i Phoenix Wright che ho giocato,
This is
quindi
Fontaine,
mi
after
spiace,
all.
forse sei messa ancora
Such a
peggio
grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use it.
in
Why do
tribunale.
you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Vabbè, poi ritrae il suo potere
Besides,
dall'apprezzamento della
how exactly
gente.
do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
In effetti siamo appena arrivati, quindi...
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Certo, qualcosa mi dice che Lin ci ha un po' scammati, eh?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law.
Ma oggi è il 4.
So
Ma oggi è il
that's what
4.
they've done wrong.
Quindi-
That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she
Ma
does.
poi che legge è che non puoi rilasciare oggetti volanti nei primi 3 giorni del mese? Ma che vuol dire?
Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely.
Oh no.
Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
Oh, oh.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny!
Grazie al cazzo.
Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object.
Si conoscono?
But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
Ma che deve provare? Non è un oggetto.
As a
Definisci
magician
oggetto,
who
non è
just rained on
Paimon.
your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Oh. Red String of Fate.
Ta-da!
Quindi è questo quello che aveva fatto.
Hey, when did you do that?
Esatto. Lui aveva già previsto tutto? Non male il signorino, eh? Non male. Ci sa fare.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Avevamo la difesa perfetta. Paimon non è un oggetto. E adesso tu cosa fai? Gli piazzi una roba e dici: ah, è un palloncino. Quindi è un oggetto? È per di più un oggetto volante? Sei stupido? Non l'ho capita sta cosa.
You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
Non ho capito. È stupida in culo la cosa.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Eh?
I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Bro? Bro? C'è qualcosa che non mi torna. Forse è un errore di traduzione?
Amusing. Very amusing, Minnie. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy.
Ok.
With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance?
Va bene.
You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Miss
Cosa intendi dire? Ci sarà un episodio crossover?
Toodaloo!
Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Ah. Ok, peculiare.
She's gone.
Volevo capire quella frase sulle altre divinità.
Most unpredictable Archon Paimons
Cosa
ever
intendesse?
seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Sapevi che sarebbe successo?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Spoiled
She can be a
brat.
bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Insomma, mi sembra proprio ragionevolissima.
Anyway, Paimon had no
Non è
idea
proprio la
you were
parola
in
che userei per
the kitchen,
definirla.
It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But
In tribunale.
the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera
okay.
House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
Che
And
strano.
speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's
può fare?
always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Facciamolo.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Tipo?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Huh?
Ok.
What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about
sì.
what it entails.
Ci avevamo persi il
I'm
dialogo.
not
Cioè
sure
il
exactly
discorso.
when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people
Bello.
will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Un'altra...
Sounds pretty gloomy.
Un altro diluvio
Why are
universale,
people in
praticamente.
Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
E poi se uno sta fuori da Fontaine in quel periodo, che
There
fa?
are lots of guesses.
Viene
Some say
sommerso?
that the ancestors of
Sommerso?
Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
Ha senso?
Even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Perfetto.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like
Moving their belongings? In che senso? Cioè, gli tornerà comodo quando si spostano con la loro roba? O tipo scappano dalla città? Ok, quindi non c'è modo di fermare il disastro?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Gli metto le mani in faccia se non li prendono. Eccoci. Dove... cosa... a chi? A loro.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
Non ti preoccupare, Fra. Per gli astrologi state zitti.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything.
Già.
I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Già.
Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
What's this? Ah, so you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
Lei è Camille di League of Legends?
You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story.
Ovvero?
The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean.
Quindi tornano
Live
a...
apart from it. But as time
acque
wore
eravate,
on,
acque ritornerete.
people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land.
Sono abbastanza sicuro che anche i pesci abbiano il sangue.
When the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh,
Va
we hadn't had that one
bene.
before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
Buona idea.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Sono abbastanza sicuro di sì, invece. Essere dissolti credo che possa essere solamente correlato alla parola morte. Di base.
Time to go.
Con chi devo parlare? Con loro? No, quelli qua sopra. Galati.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time?
Che
We'll cross
pessimo
that bridge
modo di
when we get to
vivere.
it.
Che pessimo modo di vivere.
Take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Che pessimo modo di vivere,
All
cazzo.
right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now.
No, vuol dire che ti stai preparando quello che
Really
c'è dopo.
rather not.
Non vuol dire che non puoi goderti quello che sta succedendo ora. Sono due cose abbastanza diverse. Eccoci qua.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some interesting opinions.
Sì, sono un po' testardi,
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Ha senso.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
Romaritime flowers? Ma pezzi di metallo no, non ci piacciono proprio. Quindi devo andare di qua, immagino. Oh, guarda chi c'è.
It seems we have to use hydro to collect Romaritime flowers.
Oh no, non li prende. Oh no, non li prende. Tragedia. Aspetta, no, mi sa che faccio comunque prima così. Prendiamo le altre che non si sa mai. Possono fare comodo per quando dovremo pullare qualcuno di Fontaine, immagino. Dovrebbero esserci loro sul banner di adesso, non so se sono
I can
forti.
tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No
Stronzo.
way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
No. Ignoratissima proprio.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Secondo me meglio Child sono
She's
Zhongli.
obviously a
Zhongli.
thief.
A livello di utilità,
Magicians and thieves practice
Zhongli. A livello di
similar
carattere
methods.
Child.
We divert attention and a distracted audience
Molto
is one
più
that won't
simpatico.
discover what you're really doing.
Però Zhongli è incredibilmente sbroccato con quello scudo infinito, quindi io wisherò per lui. Eccoci qua.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up.
Ok.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Fattibile.
All right, let's go.
Si può fare. Da dove si entra qua? E come faccio a salire? Così, così. Vabbè, potevo fare anche semplicemente così, ora che ci penso. Qui che devo andare? No? Ecco.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her?
È il momento di fermarla.
Oh no!
Botte?
Did she
Niente.
notice us?
50 minuti ancora 0 combattimenti. Penso che sia il momento giusto di buttarne uno dentro, eh. Fermiamo il passaggio, va bene.
She might also be trying to lure us away.
Paimon, sei diventato intelligente tutto d'un tratto. Come... che è successo? Pronto?
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief.
Va bene, andiamo a cercarlo.
Let's go.
Qualcosa non mi torna, eh. Niente.
Are you sure
L'hanno
that's all
mancata.
she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Lenny sei un coglione.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
Lei è fissata solo sulla performance.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette.
Però c'ha ragione.
I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated.
Ma no, ti sei solo spezzato una caviglia. Non è che lei era brava, sei tu che sei un coglione. Avremmo potuto fermarla noi.
Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Bene. Io prego di non dover davvero fare questa cosa. Poi dov'è? Cosa fa? Ma quando si allontana così tanto dal traveler?
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around. People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine.
Purtroppo lo so.
It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
Sono tipo 10 minuti di tu che stai fermo a guardare sta cosa che va dritta.
No, that's
Non
not
so
what I meant.
perché gli sia venuto in
It's
mente
just
quest'idea,
that,
onestamente.
well,
È
you don't
terribile, è
really
davvero
talk that much.
terribile.
Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Perfetto.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh, attenzione. Oh, guarda chi c'è. È proprio lei.
Huh?
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Ciao Charlotte.
Charlotte!
È proprio lei.
Oh, I'd never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aqua bus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming.
E in effetti è vero.
Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Lenny and his assistant Lynette
Great
anywhere.
Magician Lini.
I wouldn't
Ok.
be much of a reporter
Quindi
if I
sono
didn't
tizi
know who they were.
importanti.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Beh, in effetti li conosceva
I'm
anche
Sean,
l'Archon,
a
quindi
reporter for the Steambird.
ha senso.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things
Io non ho
from a
fatto
clever
vedere con
enough
Charlotte,
angle,
quindi la tua Archon
even
questa è
if
stata
it's the same
leggermente
old topics.
diversa.
For
Davvero?
example,
Cambiano?
reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
Quindi cambia l'Archon Quest se tu non hai mai conosciuto Charlotte prima? Che figata. E come cambia? Cioè tu non la becchi sulla barca o semplicemente si presenta e non ti parla come se foste amici già da un pezzo? Come funziona? Sono molto curioso. Prima scambio... Ma scusa? Andato dritto da solo? Ma... Ma non... Vabbè. Vabbè. Se avessi parlato come estranei, ma dai! Che storia! Che figo, non avrei mai pensato. Pensavo avessero fatto tipo qualche retcon. O che semplicemente dessero per scontato che tu già conoscevi il personaggio. Ma dai. Sta facendo tutto da solo, eh. È pazzo in culo. E ho tolto pure l'autoplay.
When that happens, I bet all
Pronto.
the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
Zon zon zon.
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Must be one criminals?
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
So before you know you're arriving at your destination. Il cazzo, fra. Sono fatto 10 minuti di niente quando l'ho fatta la prima volta sta roba. Mannaggia a te. E beh, ci sono tipo 3 o 4, quindi ti giri tutta Fontaine su sto coso che stai così a guardare. Fermo così. Questo sembra una host di Kingdom Hearts. La vedrei bene nel castello della bestia del 2.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Hyman hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
Sarà fatto.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
Dobbiamo andare a far produrre gli orologi, no?
How about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
Che bello questa vista, però. Molto bellino. Oh no. A che piano sei? Come... Ok, non arrivo. Che casino però dover navigare su delle zone che hanno tanti livelli. Quando ho dovuto fare l'evento è stato un po' una rottura di cazzo capire dove stavo. Fremine, ok. Ho capito chi sei. Sei quello che mettono nel prossimo banner.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
Minchia se voglio Zhongli dal prossimo banner.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
Father?
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine.
Oh.
He is a phenomenal diver.
Ok.
Hello.
Sei forte tu? Servi a qualcosa?
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
No, infatti c'è una famiglia mica cazzi, eh. Fontaine è come un labirinto, sì.
Linny,
Sì.
could you come here for a moment?
Proprio la città è un disastro.
What is it, Fremine?
Almeno sott'acqua ti dai i livelli un po' più accurati. Qua un cazzo. Parlate pure in privato, non voglio farmi i cazzi vostri.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Io sto dando per scontato che questi magic pockets inteso tipo come pocket watch. Però mi sa che non è così. Cioè, tipo tasche vere e proprie?
Alright, I'll take these to the workshop.
Boh. Che ci hanno fatto vedere sta borsa, ma non so se intendeva proprio la borsa in sé come pocket oppure la roba che c'era dentro la borsa. Inizia a piovere. Oh.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right.
Sembra proprio pioggia.
But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
Abbastanza.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain.
Quindi il drago adesso sta piangendo?
When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Un altro elemental dragon, sì.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual.
No, infatti.
Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Ah no, ok. È rimasto uguale.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
Vabbè, ma tu che ne sai?
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Linette proprio tira legnate sui denti come se non ci fosse un domani, eh.
Met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
Ok.
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Quindi che
Was there
facciamo?
something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Aeneas. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Ci vediamo lì.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it?
Perché?
Perhaps we could trouble the traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
Oh, ok.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Siamo abituati a tipi del genere,
Sorry for the
vero io,
inconvenience.
Hatsune Miku?
I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Oh, no need,
Ti
no
preoccupare.
need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Go to Beaumont Workshop. Se mi teletrasporto qui, sono vicino? Circa? Più o meno, dai. Ok, sì. Dove sta? Qua sotto. Salve. Buonasera.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers?
Estelle.
Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
No, volevo darti materiali e
We're just
basta.
here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Magic
these
Pockets.
must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
C'è da pagare?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount.
Oh,
But
carino.
they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Wow, ok.
So, is Lenny actually loaded?
È ricco in culo.
Can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology. And wasting is a kind of crime.
But where
Ha
does a
senso.
big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy
Indemnitium?
that's produced from trials.
Huh? How
Ma
can
che
trials
cazzo?
produce energy?
Dai processi?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it
nome.
into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
Ok.
That's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Beh, infatti se Venti e Naida possono utilizzare la gente che crede in loro per ottenere poteri,
Oh, yeah!
questo non è così tanto diverso.
Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even
Così
though I've
sembrerebbe.
never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
Ok.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but
Eccoci
here
qua,
you are
mo si
chatting
combatte.
the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month?
Ma siete vestiti
I
come
want
dei
50%
pagliacci.
Today. Wait, no. 70%.
Con che coraggio venite qua a rompere il cazzo, vestiti così.
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Non credo che sia proprio il caso, sono degli
hold
stronzi.
on. Before you go around trying to collect payments,
È proprio lui!
settle your own debts first.
È proprio
If
lui.
Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. but I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
You're from Northland Bank. We said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Certo. Uno tra i miei momenti preferiti addirittura.
I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
Ma chi l'avrebbe mai
We're
detto?
surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
You sure there are a lot of friends today? Eh sì. Un sacco di gente che
Long story
conosciamo.
short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring.
Non ti preoccupare, adesso ci siamo qua noi, vedrai che succede il finimondo. Il finimondo succede
Not only will
qua.
I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting.
Beh.
Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far, right, Traveler?
Sì, no? Possiamo fare un po' di bordello volendo.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt.
Tipo?
It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait?
Di solito ci scazzottiamo, giusto? Di solito finisce a pugni e schifio, quindi per una volta che stiamo solo parlando.
You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me,
Bro.
boy. If you want your mora,
Bro, era la tua chance per sopravvivere alla giornata.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said...
Che cazzo sono? Tu sei suo fratello?
All right, boys. Let's see who has to pay up now.
È benissimo come le ignora
Can you at least let me
completamente.
finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses,
Concordo.
okay?
Ci sto?
I'm sure this won't take long.
Possiamo riscaldarci le mani pure noi? Oppure vuoi fare tutto tu? Ok.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Bring it on. No time to
No,
lose.
come li ho mancati. Che scarsezza, mamma mia.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank?
Forse ci è arrivato.
Don't tell me you're...
Forse ci è arrivato.
Oh,
È uno,
now you notice.
è uno degli
Late,
Harbinger.
don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it?
Got it memorized?
Huh?
Oh?
Now's my chance.
Ma che stai a fa,
That
cretino?
was weird.
Non può più usare... Che è successo?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them.
Oh merda.
Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Tu sei Vision, Hydro.
How could that happen?
Quindi...
First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
C'è di mezzo l'Archon, quindi.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
Non usare la Delusion è una pessima idea.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for Northland Bank.
It's work for Northern Bank. Sicuro.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
In che senso?
What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
Vabbè, ma che vuol dire Paimon? Ma uno può avere i suoi
I
giorni
don't
no.
know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
Quindi?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She
Skirk.
was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
Ma parlava della vision o di qualcos'altro?
What did you awaken?
Infatti.
She never explained that, but my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When
Ah, è vero!
against you before, you summoned a huge
È uno delle sue mosse.
Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
Poi se ci scrivi your incident in the
So why
abyss.
don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
Fammi indovinare, è morta? O è
You
sparita?
make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there,
ok, è sparita.
I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Perché mi sembra così poco curata la sua faccia?
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Sembra che sia di
Yeah,
bassa
I'm out
grafica.
of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
Va bene.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
And no, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Interessante.
Official champion duelist?
Anch'io voglio menare.
Their job to duel?
Anch'io voglio menare.
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial.
Vabbè, quindi dici uno se la gioca nel peggiore dei casi.
That you're simply killed in the duel.
Ah, ok, come l'ho detto.
Though
No.
it's rumored that
Ok,
Fontaine has a death penalty.
No.
From what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death.
Però in
So
duello.
really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
In effetti è un po' rischiosetto,
Do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare
Ah, no,
for
okay.
anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens.
Però è una cosa che in genere non si usa.
None of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine.
Anche io voglio
Apparently,
menarli.
the one I'm meeting today, Clorend, is
Ah.
the strongest of the champion duelists. I've
Ok.
been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Anch'io voglio vedere.
That's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Eh sì, è la sguattera dell'Archon.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Scusami? Ci ha lanciato la sua vision?
Vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now.
Ok.
Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Sgamatissimo. Sgamatissimo la
Whatever gave you
grande.
that idea? I'll be in touch later.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Sì, ma io volevo menare le mani un po', cioè volevo scazzottare anche io con i campioni dell'arena.
Wow!
Cazzo sei, Owen Wilson?
Barely around for most of the story, was the murderer all along.
No, non spoilerare.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
Yaemiko sarebbe interessata, probabilmente.
Different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing
Infatti.
House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
Ma infatti a me l'hai spoilerato. Sei una stronza.
Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Lenny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Lenny said that the Opera House is on Araneas, so...
Fortuna che ho già sbloccato la metà dei posti di Fontaine, va. Altrimenti saremo qui ore.
Now this is fancy! The Opera at Eclairs. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Lenny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
Verissimo.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Insomma, con un padre come te. Non è mica detto, eh.
Customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache? What? È tornato il momento in cui abbiamo le visioni? Che vuol dire Vache? Non è stata Prime, l'abbiamo vista 1000 volte sta cosa, dai, Shrin. Forza, dai. Sarà almeno la 10ª volta che ci succede in 4 anni di gioco. 3 anni di gioco.
It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette, you scared Paimon. When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
Sembra di sentire una vocina proprio ora.
There are a lot of people here right now.
Where's also coming from the Fontaine?
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you?
Che carina che è. È bellina.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
Perché saremmo ipersensibili?
Sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that
Che
have to do with
domanda è?
anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
Quando è triste? Quando le manco?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
No, come sempre praticamente.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions.
Okay.
Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges.
Oh.
Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here.
Merda, okay.
So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Ok. chiamava qualcuno.
If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
Sì.
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right.
Va bene.
That makes sense. Let's go in and see Lenny.
Andiamo a raccattarlo, forza. Ah, ma fra l'altro mi è appena venuta in mente una cosa. Io non ho ancora provato il potere dell'Hydro su Shurin. Io non ho ancora provato il potere dell'Hydro. Cazzo, è forte? Non so quanto... Proviamolo, dai.
There's still a long road ahead.
Dovrei anche cambiarle l'equipaggiamento, in teoria. Statue's Blessing. Come si fa a cambiare? Ah, no, giusto, devo parlare con lei direttamente. Che cazzo di... Vabbè. Vabbè. Ha una spada? What? Cos'è che fa? Spara? Non molto. Oh no, vabbè. In generale il Traveler fa sempre un po' cagare, quindi... details. Cos'è che c'ho? Non credo che utilizzerò questo. No, è vero che devo rifare le costellazioni. Che palle. Che palle sta cosa. Aiming my costly fire of Druid in the ocean wisher when the skill ends it sends with our He's a whole transmit Ah, ok, ok. Certain Spirit breath warp. Tipo una pistolina d'acqua. Scusami. Piu 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 piu. Piu 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 piu. Però per 2 HP, ok. Ok, curioso. Curioso. Non so quanto possa effettivamente essere utile in combattimento perché, boh. This slow moving floating bubble deals continuous damage to opponents, ok. Skill damage duration CD 20 seconds, non è malissimo. 101,9 fa schifo. È debolissimo. E costa 80. No, ciao. Ok. Ok. Fondamentalmente dovrei buildarla full HP. Not worth my time, onestamente. Non credo che giocherò il Traveler neanche quest'anno. E anche quest'anno giochiamo il Traveler l'anno prossimo, direi. Che dire. Dai, mi voglio.
Take it easy.
Attenzione, cutscene.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house.
Oh,
wait just
carino.
a moment. I'll fetch the tickets. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Che carino, grazie Lini.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lenny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny. Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Facciamolo.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
Front row, quindi mi immagino di dover andare di qua. Oh wow, è davvero l'aura di tribunale di Dual Destinies, tipo. Ah, c'è già gente. Ma Paimon ce la mettiamo addosso in braccio tipo una bambina, oppure... No, rimane lì volante. Ne siamo qui. Canta il tizio. Salve. Buonasera. Dai, dall'altro lato. Salve. Buonasera. un po' cringe.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
Vai, però lo fai tu di solito. Yes. Dai, Paimon. Io combatto, tu parli, facile.
You felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Tu sei un altro
I'd be
Zhongli.
happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Facciamolo.
So you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. Let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
Sempre più cringe.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Ok, che modo strano di dire questa cosa.
Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction.
Sì.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Al suo servizio.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Teyvat.
Ah, sì?
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Io so chi sei.
Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
È il magistrato.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief
il procuratore.
Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty
Ah,
here
è
in
più il
Fontaine.
giudice, mi sa, che il procuratore. Forse.
Just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work.
Che bella voce che hai,
Nearly every
cazzo.
person has their usual reserved
Possiedimi.
seat, so I'm not so special, really.
Mamma
and
mia.
by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
Che cazzo ci fa,
I believe she
Lego?
is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her
Qual è la sua
sooner rather
vision?
than later.
O è tipo un
Otherwise she
gioiello?
may become flustered.
Salve.
Huh? Oh,
Fa
it's
riderissimo.
Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Ah, sì.
She
Chi
sure
l'avrebbe
has a
detto?
smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
È una bambina, praticamente. È più bambina. Non è una bambina, è infantile.
So is this what things are strike between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
Infatti mi aspettavo ci fosse un po' più di fratellanza, no?
I've pretty much finished my preparations and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Boy, I can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
Ok, così dovrebbe andare bene. Attenzione.
Ooh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Non so perché lo vedo come un circo, in realtà questa è un'opera teatrale. Però lui fa i trucchi di magia, quindi sta lì, no?
And over here is my sister Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now,
Mamma mia,
some of you may be
sono
thinking,
più fredda del
two
mondo.
vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all.
In effetti.
So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Ma non puoi mica dirlo e basta, devi provarlo. Perfetto.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Vabbè, ma come faccio a sapere che era la vera vision?
That's what makes the show real magic.
Magari è andato solo un po' di scena.
Without further ado,
Non mi
let the
freghi, fra.
show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Sus. Scappa il morto.
A magician's greatest skill
Attenzione.
is making things disappear
Momento
or
importante.
appear. The possibilities are endless.
La colomba. Vabbè, questo è trucchetto proprio da
But
bambino.
this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary.
Ma sta parlando in
Don't you
rima,
think?
tipo? No,
This
credo di no.
one's a little tricky.
Oh, salve.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Ok. Alla Houdini praticamente.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
Come fa? È chiuso.
Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully.
Ok, immagino che sia tutto scriptato.
Even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Che cazzo di presentazione del trucco è? Ma scusami. È svanita. Oh no. È svanita e i vestiti sono rimasti. Oh no. Questo non va bene.
Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
È nuda. Ed è quello il plot twist. Ah no. Interessante. Lei è proprio partita. Cioè, appena visto il trucco di magia era folle. Nada. Partita di testa. Come i bambini di 4 anni, capito? Mamma mia. Ma perché non c'è un Archon con un minimo di cervello? Forse Zhongli era l'unico.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
E in effetti è stato un bel trucco.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
Vero?
To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun.
Ok.
I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here.
Va bene.
The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
Dimmi di più.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
Io, voglio farlo io.
If my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now.
Io penso che se andassi a uno spettacolo del genere probabilmente lo farei. Cioè, nel senso, alzare la mano. Io, voglio farlo
One
io.
is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Ok.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Forse riusciamo a
The
scoprirlo.
lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector.
Ah.
It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin.
Ma devi provarla sta cosa, non puoi fare così. Non vale.
Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
Ma questa non è la
You
ladra.
don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Che cazzello, Fortress of Meropide?
Okay.
Non mi sembra particolarmente
Before I enter the
contenta.
magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the
non lo so.
audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58.
Mica da 60?
Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like.
Siamo
I won't be able to
velocissimi.
see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Contiamo velocissimo, cazzo. 60, 50, 56, 57, 58. E credo che l'abbia fatto apposta, molto probabilmente.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice
Guarda
together.
quanto tempo che sta sprecando, però, eh.
Repeat after me.
Bello sveglio il
60,
signorino.
59, 58.
57. Ma sempre da 60 ripartiamo, scusa.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
Questo sembra la host di Phoenix Wright, eh?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is.
Sì, in effetti non mi sembra il tipo che conterebbe ad alta voce.
Identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Lui ha degli occhi folli. Si sono davvero sprecati un sacco sugli occhi questa volta, eh. C'è l'Arcon che ha gli occhi a forma di goccia. Loro con le cosine sulla faccia. Lui che ha ste fessure incredibili.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Che cazzo?
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Sì, fa parte dello show, deduco. C'è stato un bang?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Beh, cosa è stato?
Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
Parte dello spettacolo?
25! 24! 23! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Okay.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19! 18! 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change.
È tutta registrata. È tutta registrata. Questa roba sarebbe geniale se semplicemente la registrassero. Quindi lui va tranquillo e nel frattempo la registrazione dice tutte queste cose.
Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. 7! Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ok. Wow. Ta-da! Wow, ok, questo è stato figo. Questo è stato davvero figo. Il fatto che sia uscito prima dall'altra parte, top notch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
What happened?
Oh no. Oh merda, questo è un caso di Phoenix Wright. Cioè, è letteralmente così che iniziano. Ogni singola volta. Forse ce n'era uno che era ambientato proprio in un act del circo. Ce n'era uno sicuramente al circo, però forse era quello con il tipo cieco.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
Bravi, mi hanno fatto vedere molto chiaramente la differenza fra le due personalità. Lui è quello con le palle, è quello che regge le redini, lei è quella che era presa molto male e ha dovuto seguire.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic
Sono due
box
ottimi dialoghi, molto utili.
His name was COL, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, We are still not sure why we found COL in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
Il guest che
And
fine ha
after
fatto?
an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance.
Ok.
And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Ah, merda, giusto. Me ne ero dimenticato di sta cosa.
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
Eh sì. Sì, cazzo.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me?
Okay.
This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Linney do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
Sì, cioè, mi sembra molto strano. Quello che bisognerebbe capire prima di tutto è se effettivamente il coso che sceglie il numero è randomico, perché se lo è, non c'era modo di sapere in anticipo che lei sarebbe stata scelta, no? Che anche solo che una ragazza in generale sarebbe stata scelta. E in più, l'omicidio del collega che senso ha?
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Huh? I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
Vabbè, ma che vuol dire? Ma io lo conosco da 20 minuti, sto qua, ma io mi devo fare l'avvocato, ma scusa! Ma è davvero un caso di Phoenix Wright? Io arrivo, chi cazzo sei? Non lo so, però tu sei il mio avvocato, a posto.
Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome.
What the fuck?
So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Mi stai davvero sfidando?
Wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order.
Merda.
Well, Traveler,
È diventato
seems
davvero
Lady
Phoenix
Farina
Wright.
has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Ma sì, tanto.
Very well.
Tanto, ormai quello
The
manca.
trial will be held a day from now in the Opera
I dei li abbiamo già menati, a
Both
sto
sides
punto
may
facciamo pure gli
investigate the scene
avvocati.
to build their cases and search for the truth.
Ok. Sarà sicuramente più comodo cercarli qui che in Phoenix Wright.
Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
When his business yours begins to leave along with Furin and Newfield.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
Non posso saperlo.
I understand. Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can only imagine how difficult it is for you to grasp the situation.
Non so un cazzo.
I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did.
Beh, intanto mi devi dire come funziona il trucco.
Magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Infatti, no, quello che è successo è successo.
Precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Che cazzo?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you,
Paimon in azione.
Ma
che cazzo? Oddio, sto male.
Feeling depressed isn't going to help me.
Oddio, sto
I need to
male.
get back to my normal self.
Porca troia, oddio, quindi lei rimarrà per tutto il tempo così, ti prego dimmi di sì. Dimmi di sì. Sarebbe fantastico.
Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys.
Poi quei baffi, capito? Quei baffi.
We'll be counting on you.
Ma che cazzo?
Yes, thank you so much.
Dai, siamo abituati ormai a coprire i casini degli altri. È bellissimo.
We're going to start investigating. Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
No, chiedile prima dell'altro, quello dello scambio. Quella è la cosa più importante.
I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial.
Sì.
'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
Dai. Andiamo Paimon, siamo pronti. Anzi, direi che... ok.
Officer, how's the investigation going?
Si chiama Genshin.
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Perché?
What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal.
Sì.
Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Ma infatti perché c'era dentro
This
lui?
is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and we're unable to find any traces of the girl.
Okay.
However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand.
Dici che c'è...
I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
Sì, vabbè. Cioè, sì, hai ragione, per carità, però questo non cambia il fatto che ci sarà una verità dietro tutto questo.
Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Io non posso guardare Paimon però, dai, non posso, io ricollego in sti cose. In case I confirm you could the collection is the true answer. Check as yet in this girl. Oh merda. Oh merda, Barbara mi aveva avvertito. Io non posso uscire da qua. Oh cazzo, quindi dobbiamo finire tutta sta cosa, altrimenti non possiamo... Oh no. Vabbè. Va bene. Va bene, ce la possiamo fare. Perception skill, ok. Perfetto, investigation. Va bene. Seize the identity, questo è Cowell, va bene. Trust ok. Quindi non aveva motivo di ucciderlo, non c'è un movente per ora. Mi sembra di capire. When much will strife, cover inside the body of the one and might dodge for the water tank. Ok. His perception skill. Oh, minchia, dovrebbero fare una roba del genere per Phoenix Wright. Forse negli ultimi l'hanno già fatta, in realtà.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh. This location has also been cordoned off because
Io volevo chiudere adesso, ma
are currently considered prime suspects.
Non si può fare.
The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Ok. Chi è?
Sure. It's not like this is confidential information.
Dovrebbe.
We'll publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find
Ah, ok. Ah, beh, giustamente lei non è morta, è
Her name is
solo
Halsey. She's
dispersa.
a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
Aia.
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial
Possibilità di richiesta di amicizia domani su Genshin? Puoi farlo, ma tanto non invito mai nessuno nel mio mondo, quindi sarebbe un po' inutile.
That's how it seems to us, in any case.
Non gioco mai
Apart from the
multiplayer.
fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Gracias.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Vabbè, certo. Paimon, ti prego, levati quel coso. Stiamo investigando un omicidio, Paimon. C'è un uomo morto. Puoi non metterti gli occhiali e i baffi finti. Per favore. Ok, quindi è una painter. È una pittrice. E non conosce nessuno della Linnaeus Magic Troupe. Ok, questa è fatta. Vediamo. La corda spezzata.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall.
Sì.
The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Oh, Linny non se n'era accorto. Però in effetti i fireworks non fanno neanche calore praticamente, cioè sono solo luci.
Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler?
Just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material.
Perché?
Most of it was burned away, but there's still
Ah, è infiammabile.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes.
The location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Però scusami, cioè effettivamente non... Ok, stavo tenendo su un coso d'acqua, quindi anche se era infiammabile non vedo in che modo potrebbe essere rilevante, no? O sbaglio? The broken magic box was left in the scene of the guards completed their investigation. Ok, you know what I must... Vabbè, non ho letto niente, grazie.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh, ok, questo è importante.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
Lui ha ragione. Lui ha ragione perché questa è la prima. Ma potenzialmente il number selector avrebbe potuto continuare a scegliere gente a caso fino a che non fosse uscita la ragazza. Ha senso, perché tu dici ok, io la scelgo a caso. Se mi esce un uomo grosso e nerboruto, procedo con lo spettacolo come previsto e tutto quanto. Se invece mi esce una ragazza, la rubo. Me la arrubo.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine.
Proprio come Phoenix Wright, ti esce pure il coso con il...
It turns out that the seat
con
number
l'iconcina.
picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance.
Non
In other
bene.
words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
Ai ai ai.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Sì. Grazie per avercelo detto almeno.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Sì. Però non è necessariamente detto che effettivamente sia stato qualcosa di voluto da Liney, no? Qua abbiamo sicuramente qualcos'altro. Looks like Bob is leaning somehow. Questo dovremmo chiederlo a lui, no? Cioè, avrebbe potuto dircelo. Cristo.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, all right?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Però credo che fosse una parte del...
You mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Credo che fosse voluta la cosa, no? Non mi è sembrato che nessuno del...
But I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. So no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
Però avrebbero reagito in qualche modo.
So,
Yeah.
what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Ma era bruciata la corda.
Wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
La corda è
Perhaps
bruciata.
the
Non era
balance wasn't
tagliata.
right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Stai dicendo cazzate, per favore stai zitto. Fai silenzio, fai più bella figura.
I must reconsider.
Grazie, gentilissimo.
That does remind Paimon though. What was with that sound?
In effetti quello era importante, mi sa. C'è stato un suono. Andiamo a parlare con altra gente. Qui sopra. Ah, ecco. Forse adesso parliamo del come hanno fatto.
Still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
Ok.
Lenny's still talking to the... I think someone... Lenny's still talking to the...
Ok, quindi a prescindere da chi... contatto, mi dà sempre le stesse cose. Qui? Cos'è che mi manca? Posso uscire da qua? Ok, posso.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Che cazzo?
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
Sei una mafiosa.
I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Sei una mafiosa.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
Sei una mafiosa. Perfetto. Sei una mafiosa. Andiamo.
For attendant. Pleased to meet you.
Ok. Cos'è il picciotto? Anche un altro picciotto. Ah no, tu sei il consigliere.
Huh? Boss? Mademoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
Vuoi darci una mano?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Ma che poi se sta andando avanti da 20 anni, Linny avrà avuto 2 anni quando è iniziato? Come fa a essere stato lui il colpevole originale? Dai, non ha senso.
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
A posto, abbiamo un'altra cretina qua.
Sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Sì, beh, quello sì. Era palesemente giusto per fare il fenomeno.
That's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away.
Ma ormai era troppo tardi.
A trial begins the moment someone levels charges.
Guarda qua.
And, of course,
there was no way
Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Comprensibilmente, aggiungerei.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I
Ah, lei ha una vision.
But don't worry, you won't
Sarà
get any pointless
pullabile?
questions from me.
Pullino?
In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Perché no? Forse non tantissimo per le persone che vengono coinvolte, in realtà. Because we're sure to fall by the wayside. Oh! Questo è interessante come punto di vista, in effetti. Che rischia di essere più un'opera e molto meno un effettivo processo. In cui la verità è più importante di quello che succede.
I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Perfetto.
I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
No.
When did we become assistants?
No.
Huh? Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
Boh, se vuoi.
That's more like it.
Vabbè.
Far
È
be
già
it from
deciso,
me
ok.
to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Che figo il suo voice actor.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
Ha senso.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Perfetto. Grazie, Silver.
Alrighty then.
A posto.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
Io vorrei saperne di più su Lenny. Cioè, su come ha fatto questa cosa... Tristana, grande Tristana. La di Carrie, pezzo di merda.
Freely enter or exit the opera house at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Possiamo farlo?
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection.
Mi fa piacere vedere che loro due non si sono fatti un singolo problema e una singola domanda su che cazzo sia questo coso. Cioè questa cosa che abbiamo davanti. Cos'è? Che creatura è? Che tipologia di creatura è? Left from here, left from the durante lo show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
Perché?
Be so sure,
Well,
Adesso devo andare. Ciao!
because I
Alla
was in
prossima!
charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
No.
But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
Ok.
Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Ok, quindi praticamente è impossibile che sia uscita da questa porta.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards...
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there.
È letteralmente una mafiosa.
I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll
Proprio
be
non ci
helping
prova neanche a
investigate this
nasconderlo.
whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
No?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes,
I
a
see.
world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I
Chiaramente
reveal
c'è il
everything,
tunnel.
you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
No.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
Il retro della porta non è la stessa?
The back? You mean the inside of the door?
No, infatti non ci ho fatto caso.
Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Ce n'è un'altra.
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the
Vabbè,
magic box.
questo era abbastanza ovvio. E infatti è collegato.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
Certo.
The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel.
Quindi non c'è un'altra uscita?
See this flatbed trolley?
Sì.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right
Ah, ok,
direction.
quindi giustamente lui non lo sa. Vabbè, però se ne accorge, cazzo. Che sente scendere, poi spostarsi e poi salire.
Inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
Certo.
So that's how you did it.
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
E infatti, e tu come fai?
Right. You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used
Eccolo
to
là.
achieve that effect.
Tutto registrato. E quando sei
My
uscito?
assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel
Quindi
using
era
that ladder.
Connell là, come cazzo si chiama?
What about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting.
Ok.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who
infatti.
walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Sì, però lei è una ragazza e tu sei un ragazzo, quindi...
Only
Insomma.
Lynette and I can perform it.
Ah beh, effettivamente ha senso, perché essendo gemelli.
That's how it all worked.
Figo.
Wow. Every detail you revealed was more
Non c'era
amazing
tipo un
than
film
the
su sta roba, The Prestige? Non ricordo male.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would.
Ok,
But
però
as you saw,
non ci...
Cal was
Esatto,
in the box,
c'è qualcosa che non
not
ci
our
torna.
audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Non ci sono uscite secondarie, giusto? Cioè non c'è un altro modo di uscire se non dai
If not
due...
for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Non lo so, non lo so.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Ok. Abbiamo le nostre prove. Possiamo guardare un'occhiata anche noi? Sì. Automatically. Ok. Magic box above. Va bene.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Sì, infatti non ne ho parlato, forse non era parte
It was
del
a prop
trucco.
for a different trick.
Infatti.
But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Ok, drop the crew. Probably find the ground. Metal hook has been tied to the end of the rope isn't clear. Questo potrebbe essere stata la causa del bang. Magari. E perché qua c'è roba rotta?
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Non credo che sia per un trucco.
Paimon knows. It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Ok. Broken floor, there may be a piece of broken floor. Everything has been spilled during all this. Ok, sì. Va bene. Ci sono dei vestiti?
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Ah.
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
No, infatti.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapped?
Sono cambiati gli occhiali? Non erano così prima, o sì?
This is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Ha cambiato gli occhiali. Young lady clothes. Ok. High precision required to complete this measure and a choice are perfect for making the choice stay on design course. Certo. Ha senso. E qui cosa abbiamo? Foto. Kind of props and costume are half-heartedly stuffed inside. Bene. Ah, c'è una presa dell'aria! Fuck, questo è importante!
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit.
Quindi c'è una terza uscita.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Può essere.
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Those that go through the magic wall. Infatti.
You're right. Let Paimon write that down.
È scappata da sola, quindi. È quasi sicuramente scappata da sola. Ok, bene.
Seems
È finito?
we're just about
Sì.
done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
No. Oh, ok. Tum, tum, tum. Tum, tum, tum.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
Ah sì?
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death.
Beh, la scomparsa di Halsey non più.
Inexplicable.
Adesso che sappiamo che c'era
No wonder
il
Farina was so
sistema di
confident in her
ventilazione.
accusation. All the current
È
evidence
Cowell che è
points
morto
toward
che non mi
Lenny and
torna.
Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
Sì.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
C'è anche l'oratrice.
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice.
Interessante.
To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
Ok.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Figo.
Once both
Ci sta.
sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Quello che mi preoccupa è il fatto che anche i sentimenti delle persone che ci stanno, che stanno dentro l'opera vengono considerati per la sentenza, però effettivamente è un po' come se fosse una giuria popolare, molto allargata, no? Cioè anziché prendere tipo una dozzina di persone, prendi l'intera platea e fai fare a loro la giuria più che con le loro parole e con i loro sentimenti, ok? Può avere senso.
So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment.
Figo.
Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice.
Però scusami, se...
Yes, the guards also asked
Se
me to
l'oratrice...
convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Se l'oratrice è stata creata dall'Archon Hydro...
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies, that makes us persons related to the case.
Non farà favoritismi per lei? Non può manovrarla? In qualche modo?
With outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case.
Vabbè, effettivamente siete mafiosi, quindi ci sta.
It could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Ah, Silver! Così, esci questa cosa. Ehi, 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 ehi.
Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Vabbè, dai.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding, just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
Bravo, Paimon.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks.
Oh, bene.
If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Perfetto.
Here? But how?
Understood, mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Melus? Che fai? Cucini dal nulla? Crei cibo tu?
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Cosa cazzo? Ma poi è gigante, dove se l'hanno
Must be
messa?
prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Ma che vuol dire?
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Ma... Te li porti dietro ogni giorno?
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snack soon enough.
Ah, però... Almeno sei di cucinare.
Interesting group.
Sì, sì, una roba da mafiosi. Macaron! Oh, mettila fuori il macaron!
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process.
Invece no, cucina lei.
Doing the entire thing by yourself.
Ma che brava.
Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
Grazie, Silvio. Grazie, Melus. Gentilissimi. Fortissimi, proprio parte integrante. Fammi indovinare, si portano dietro i
I
cambi?
don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano.
Giustissimo,
I just really enjoy
cazzo.
making snacks.
Giustissimo,
Don't
brava
underestimate
Navia.
beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Giustissimo.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Grazie mille.
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Perfetto. Però quando finisce questa cosa posso andare a dormire?
All right, then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
Esatto, gli unici 2 che rimangono sono la ragazza scomparsa e il
Face and the
deceduto.
thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the
dici che era
shattering of
per
the
quello.
vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Ma tanto sei uscita dal sistema di reazione, dal contatto di reazione.
The real trouble is...
Infatti, non abbiamo nessuna conferma che esista questa terza persona.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person.
Anche perché come avrebbe fatto a trascinarsela? Se ne deve essere andata da sola la ragazza.
Technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
No, perché non sapeva nulla di come funzionasse nelle retrovie,
That's right.
nelle
And even if she had
nel
tampered with the
retroscena.
setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Però magari voleva solo sparire, questa è un'altra questione.
Enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case.
Eh sì.
Your macarons are amazing though, Navia.
Grazie,
They smell great.
Parte più importante.
They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
Però tecnicamente noi non dobbiamo provare
They are my specialty after all.
la presenza di questa terza persona. Noi dobbiamo provare che il nostro
Had 5 of them.
What?
il nostro Linny non è in alcun modo
Please don't
colpevole.
worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon?
Qualcuno si è rubato.
You! If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat.
sono preso
eating them by
qualcosa?
mistake. No big deal.
Qualcuno si è rubato sti
Set up the
macaroni.
stove again, if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Vabbè, ma non ti preoccupare.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Grazie, Silver. Gentilissimo. Numero 1.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
E quindi come sono spariti? Does not yield much progress, ok.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right, thanks for your help and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Bene.
I'll be back if I find anything new.
Probably will neither cover nor Halsey had the motive, but after having tossed the video, like the third person being involved seems very low too. Infatti quindi c'è anche questa cosa, perché anche se ci fosse stata una terza persona, il gioco ci ha chiaramente detto che dal sistema di aereazione difficile portarsi qualcuno dietro. A meno che questa terza persona non fosse in combutta con Halsey, per qualche motivo. Però non ha molto senso, quindi ognuno se ne sia andato per i fatti suoi dopo. Non lo so, tutto molto strano, Ok. Posso uscire? No, cosa stavi dicendo, Paimon? Scusami. Scusami. Posso uscire? Posso tipo tornare a Mondstadt, volendo? No. Fuck. Fuck. Che ora... Che cazzo di ora andrò a dormire? Participating in the trial. Quindi adesso posso uscire? No, porca puttana. Porca puttana. Grosso problema. Grosso problema. Quindi adesso c'è tutta la parte del... Scusatemi, vado a vedere un attimo qualche tipo di... Ok, attento, ho visto tipo negli shorts. Bla bla bla, qui c'è tutta la roba di... Gne. Qua ci sono le varie discussioni su come è successo. Qua c'è la parte di loro che parlano e quindi adesso c'è tutto il trial, questo qua. Mi sembra di capire che... Sì, sarà una roba lunga. Niente, qualcosa mi dice che domani mi balzerò le daily a questo punto. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno at all. Non sono particolarmente contento di questa cosa. Vorrei che gli sviluppatori pensassero a queste situazioni. Nel senso che a me va bene che tipo per una mezz'oretta io sia bloccato in una instance, ok? Ci può stare, specialmente in questo caso, va benissimo. Il problema però è quando questa roba dura ore. E io non ho 3 ore per farmi tutta sta quest e poi concludere con calma. Ah, cazzo, devo comprare le robe nuove, giusto? Mese nuovo. Stardust nuovo. Quanti pull abbiamo per Zhongli a questo punto? Siamo a 85, una ventina per le Wanderer. Ok. E ancora sono un po' tentato di comprare l'acqua simulacra per Yelan. Questo l'ho messo come history. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40 sono. Ok, sono a 40, però ho il garantito, quindi Zhongli sto giro ce lo portiamo a casa per forza. Va bene. Niente, concludiamo qui per stasera, direi. Io non posso andare avanti, poco ma sicuro. Devo andare a dormire, domani lavoro, non è cosa. Non è cosa. E pazienza, faremo tutta questa parte domani sera. Magari mi faccio le daily in live, giusto per prendermi le mie primogemmine. Le mie prime succosissime primogemmine. Le mie 60 succosissime primogemmine. Buona. Detto questo, signore e signori, che dire? Parliamo un attimino dell'Archon Quest. Devo dire, forse uno degli inizi più frizzanti. Penso che sia davvero uno degli inizi più frizzanti delle Archon Quest che abbiamo incontrato finora, Penso un attimino agli altri, perché quando siamo arrivati a Mondstadt non è che sia successo granché. Abbiamo incontrato Venti che parlava con Storm Terror, però è stata una roba molto veloce. Poi siamo andati a conoscere tutta la gente in città e tutto quanto. Idem per quando siamo arrivati a Liyue. Idem per quando siamo arrivati a Sumeru. a Sumeru a Inazuma, idem per quando siamo arrivati a Sumeru. Qua invece subito nel dritto, cioè subito nel vivo della storia, della questione, degli eventi. Abbiamo già incontrato l'Archon, abbiamo già il nostro scazzo con l'Archon. Molto frizzante questa cosa, devo dire che mi piace tantissimo, perché finalmente hanno messo in pratica quello che Jesse Shell in The Art of Game Design ha sempre dichiarato, ovvero in un'opera, che sia essa uno spettacolo del circo, che sia essa un videogioco, devi raccogliere immediatamente, catturare immediatamente l'attenzione del giocatore. Questo vuol dire che subito, cioè ok, magari non subito, ok, mi dai un'oretta per conoscere i personaggi, la situazione, un po' come funziona e tutto quanto, e poi bang, subito con gli avvenimenti, subito con l'omicidio, subito con le investigazioni, subito con il processo. Ci sta molto bene, secondo me, ci sta molto bene. E sono davvero contento. Sono molto curioso anche di vedere il processo, perché effettivamente questa sarà roba nuova a livello di meccaniche, no? Se prima era un scazzotta di qui, scazzotta di lì, parla di qui, parla di lì, decidi di qui, decidi di lì, viaggia di qui, viaggia di lì, qua effettivamente ci sono nuove meccaniche. Apprezzo il fatto che si siano sbattuti a mettere giù roba nuova, ma parecchio nuova, in Fontaine. Quando in Sumeru avevano inserito, o meglio, quando già in Inazuma avevano inserito i nuovi modi di spostarsi, tipo pullare i cosi, no? Con l'elettricità piuttosto che i vari portali. Ero rimasto molto contento, idem per Sumeru quando hanno messo finalmente la possibilità di dashare, tipo il pull di Spider-Man, super figo. Adesso non solo hanno inserito la meccanica dello stare sott'acqua, ma hanno anche inserito a quanto pare una meccanica di processi stile Phoenix Wright, e io non vedo l'ora, perché ribadisco, Phoenix Wright io lo adoro. Speriamo che sia altrettanto divertente. Devo dire l'investigazione è molto meglio di Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright è un po' un ditino nel culo per l'investigazione. Qui invece subito avevi già il tool che ti permetteva di capire effettivamente quali fossero gli oggetti interessanti. Devo dire che negli ultimi capitoli di Phoenix Wright, se non ricordo male, perché quelli li ho giocati solo una volta, tipo 6 anni fa, l'avevano sistemata un po'. Mi sa che c'era proprio il focus accentuato sugli oggetti interessanti. E niente, quindi vedremo domani sera. Direi che proseguiamo molto volentieri l'Archon Quest di Fontaine e vediamo un po' dove ci porta, perché sono molto curioso, perché il vero problema del sparare la cartuccia subito è che poi devi riempire l'Archon Quest, quindi deve essere qualcosa che sia, non dico all'altezza identica, ma bene o male più o meno lì come interesse per il giocatore. Vedremo, sono davvero molto curioso. Detto questo, signore e signori, buonanotte, un bacione, ci becchiamo domani sera. Ciao belli, e statemi bene. Bella.